Hello, and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I am here to do the Leo love reading. How are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're returning, thank you for all your support to the channel. It's absolutely amazing. And if you're new, then welcome. You're so welcome here. So this is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Cross watchers, you're also very welcome, but please bear in mind I might not be speaking to your Leo today, and even if you feel like I am, please don't get offended by any messages that are coming through for them. So this is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate with every Leo out there, but I do hope that it resonates for you and you find it useful or at least enjoyable in some way. And being a general reading, you might find that some parts resonate and others don't, so just take what is useful and leave the rest. And just to note as well, I know I do call it my April 2021 reading, but it's more just so you know the sequence with my other videos. It really is intended for the next few weeks, the next month from when you come across it. So of course we are relatively close to the end of April, so I'm sorry you guys have had to wait a bit longer this time. It's just been one of those crazy months for me. But yeah, please don't fixate on it happening actually in this month. It's just going to be for the next few weeks from when you see this. So, what's going on? There we go. So Leo, I'm going to start with some messages, general messages for you, see what comes out, and then we'll go into a full spread. So this is for my lovely Leos in love, please. My Leos in love. What is going on? What's going on? What's going on? There we go. Oh, interesting combination. A couple more please for Leo, thank you. Okay, a couple, yeah, all right, great, I'll do for now. So the first cards that came out together, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess, which is an interesting combination. And now what else? We've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. So Leo, here I have to say I'm seeing quite an independent energy from you at the moment. The more like you're focused on your work and yourself, your career, maybe putting work and effort into some sort of project, wanting to see it through, see some sort of, make sure you see results from it. You're putting a lot of hard work into something. Now, it is quite a single independent energy I'm getting here, because also I have to say with this Page of Wands, that talks about maybe some sort of new spark that might be happening for you in your love life. The Page of Wands can talk about messages. Certainly they can be like flirty, light-hearted kind of nature, that you might be having messages with somebody like that, or there's just maybe some sort of attraction going on, but it's at a very early stage. So I feel like you might be, career and your money and your independence might seem even right now more of a, not priority, but like more heavily like an influence in your life. But there is something maybe starting up when it comes to love. Now this Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess is an interesting combination, because it's either that there may be someone wanting to make you some sort of offer, or offering something which could be the beginning of something potentially quite stable, or could lead to commitment. The Ace of Pentacles is like that seed that can grow into something stable and substantial in the future. But if someone is offering this to you, you may not necessarily be responding to them too much, or even answering them at all yet. You might be taking a moment to think, or you might be a little bit quiet on the matter, if you know what I mean, because you're kind of listening to your intuition about whether this is what you want to go for. As the Nine of Pentacles, this is someone who is a great prospect, and you may feel like you have it all going on in yourself, and you want to, if there is an offer for something that could lead to long term. I remember that I'm just seeing the Ace and the Nine together would make the Ten of Pentacles. So I mean, I feel like you are a great prospect in love, and as a single person, you've really got it all going on, as I said. So it's kind of like I'm getting a sense that if there is an offer, you're kind of taking your time in deciding whether it's something you want to go for, because you don't feel the need to kind of settle for less than is your worth. And absolutely you shouldn't. Now I'm also seeing with this combination of the High Priestess, it could be that you are actually wanting something substantial with someone. You may want to offer some sort of new beginning with somebody, but there's an element of keeping it quiet, keeping that desire kind of close to your chest, some kind of secret element. I'm getting on something that you're keeping secret, if that makes sense. Now, it could be that someone has made you some sort of significant offer and you're keeping it secret from other people just for now. Like you're maybe, you're telling people, no, I'm just all about my career right now. But there has been some sort of offer that you don't actually want to tell people about yet. That's quite specific. Otherwise, I was just getting another message there and it's just popped out of my head. Let me see if it comes back later. But yeah, okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups right now. So that is water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That could be someone that you're dealing with, Leo. It doesn't have to be. You could also have that in your chart. But this kind of energy is a very emotional, loving kind of energy. It's being deeply in your emotions. Now, this could be someone who has a lot of love for you. Or it could be someone that you actually have a lot of feelings for, but if you do, I'm getting a sense that you're kind of keeping it under the surface. So let's see what's going on. So can I get some clarification for this Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess, please? I've got more Pisces energy here as well with the High Priestess, I should say. So can I get clarification? Why is that Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess here for Leo? For my Leos. Thank you. Oh, the Two of Cups. Tell me more. Two of Cups. And yet more Pisces energy with the Hanged Man as well. So that is interesting. I mean, essentially with the Two of Cups, this is talking about a lot of love that you might feel, or a lot of deep feelings that you might have for someone, Leo. But I don't really feel like you're expressing it. If you are feeling that, or it could be that you have these feelings for someone, but you're keeping it close to your chest, maybe because they are kind of have left you in some sort of limbo or on pause. It's kind of like you do have a lot of feelings. I'm getting for someone. Maybe you might be aware that there's the opportunity for something very special to start, but you are the one who's kind of keeping quiet, keeping things close to your chest, more focused on your career and your stability, and as a result, this kind of new beginning or the opportunity for one, as I said, you might not be answering them. It's being left on pause in limbo at the moment. So why is the Nine of Pentacles here, please, for Leo? Oh, okay, let me get another one. The Tower just smacked out straight away. Get another one for this Nine of Pentacles and the Tower, please. Thank you. Oh, now we've got the King of Cups. Good grief, more water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy again. But so with the Tower first that came out, that's Mars energy. It's a energy of upheaval, of change. Now, in terms of what I was saying, you might be focused on your stability. You might have gone through something in your life. It may have been something really falling apart. Now that could be potentially for some of you with a water sign. Maybe if there was this, King of Cups, someone that things fell apart with, and now that you've recently become single for some of you, and that is why you're focused on restabilizing yourself. The Tower also, for me, it's like it's suddenly feeling unstable and insecure. In a way, you felt stable and you felt like you had a solid foundation going on, and then all of that is rocked, and you may have had to start again, like rebuild your life even. So I think maybe that is why you are more focused on making sure you are maybe even financially secure on your own. Interesting. I mean, let me get another one for this King of Cups, please, for Leo. Let me get one more for this King of Cups. Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so the other thing I'm kind of seeing is if it wasn't that, you had something fell apart with this King of Cups energy that's coming through. I mean, again, the King of Cups is someone who loves very deeply, and also here in this particular card, this talks about kind of like wanting to really hold on to something that this King of Cups has realized that they have something very special, or they found something very special, and they want to hold on to it. Now, what I'm also seeing is that maybe someone is viewing you as this amazing prospect, Leo. They may have realized that you do really have it all going on, and this could be why you have received this offer of some sort of new beginning. But if you have, then it's kind of shocking with this Tower. Now, it could also be that it's surprising that this person is actually is so crazy about you, one element. But otherwise, I'm also seeing that it's kind of been a shock realization and an upheaval to what this person, their previous understanding about you has been changed dramatically, and now they're really seeing you with different eyes. Or you could be about them. Now, everything I'm saying, of course, feel free to reverse the roles, because energy is fluid in that sense in tarot. So if I'm saying this is how you feel about them, this is how they feel about you, just flip it if you feel it's the other way around. Now, what else came out? We have the Wheel of Fortune as well. So as a combination between the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower, I mean, this is, for me, it's like the universe needed to shake something up in someone's life here. They may have been on some sort of path, or putting work and effort into something which was unstable from the get-go. The Tower anyway is always for our greatest good, even if it can be extremely painful at the time, because it's off. I mean, for me, what I'm seeing here is that someone may have been guided in one direction the whole time, and they essentially ignored the signs from the universe. They may have ignored their intuition. They may have just tried to battle through if something wasn't working, or wasn't even healthy, or wasn't stable in some way or another, and they tried to make it work anyway, or ignored the signs from the universe or their intuition about something. And then that is when the Tower happened, because it was like the universe going, okay, if you're not going to get this from everything I'm showing you so far, I'm going to have to take things up a notch, and basically there's going to have to be some sort of major upheaval to reset you on the right path. That is the message that I'm getting very strongly here with this Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. That could have been to do with this water sign you were dealing with, or it's actually, in terms of, this could have been what happened for this person in your life to now realize just how amazing you are. Or it could have been to actually get you to a place where you were single, so you could be ready for something new to be, which is going to be huge stability and actually on the right course of where you're supposed to be. I hope that makes sense. So why is the Eight of Pentacles here for Leo, please? Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, we've got the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Wow. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I've got yet another ace already. So this is the opportunity again for a new beginning, but it's not just like stability and long term. There's also passion here as well. I feel with the Knight of Wands, now normally I would say the Knight of Wands is a lot of inconsistency, someone who could be in and out of your life, that kind of thing. But it is also certainly an energy of passion and going after who or what the Knight of Wands wants. That's that energy. It's no holds bars, no hesitation. So I feel like this is what's coming across, because we have the Ace of Wands as well. Now, clarifying the Eight of Pentacles is interesting. It's kind of like putting the work in for what you are passionate about to make something happen. No hesitation, no delaying yourself any further. Maybe there may have been some sort of, again, I was getting some sort of project, or some like a passion project that you've maybe wanted to really put your hard work and effort into. Now, in the past, maybe things seem to be stopping you or getting in the way, or you may have felt like you weren't ready or something to actually work on what you wanted to work on, if that makes sense. Like maybe you felt like you couldn't, I don't know, I'm just getting this message now that you're really going for it. You're like, no, I'm going to go work on what I want to work on. It's kind of that energy of someone who, I mean, it's like, I want to open a bar, and you've had that dream for years, and then for one, you've made I don't know, not excuses, but there's been things that time after time that have kind of stopped you from just going for it. And now I'm getting a sense it's like, no, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the thing that I've always wanted to work on. I'm kind of getting that sense here with this this Ace of Pentacles could also be talking about you trying to create something new in your life, maybe even a new career, or and because of that, you may be that is your focus, and as a result, love, you might be keeping on pause or just keeping kind of lighthearted, because I'm really seeing a lot about you making a beginning. This Ace of Wands is talking about, it's a creative project as well here, or an element of you creating the new beginning in your life that you want, because also it's represented by a paintbrush where you literally draw out your designs for how you want your life to look, and it kind of is, the whole idea is it's like an enchanted paintbrush that comes to life. So, but that's what I'm kind of seeing. It's like you are really focused on some sort of making a new start in your life, and it being about doing it your way and doing it about the things that you are passionate about. Now, sorry, we've got the King of Pentacles that just dropped out. I'm going to pop that back in for now, but we'll bear it in mind. That is Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. But I was going to say, why is the Page of Wands here, please? Why is the Page of Wands here? Thank you. Interesting. Temperance card here. We've got Sagittarius energy. Now, that is the Temperance. It's kind of it's actually not being that impulsive. It's being patient. It's going with the flow. It's kind of being balanced and taking things as they come. So you could have, like, I feel like you're very focused on you here, Leo, and what you're passionate about. Now, you could have someone trying to message you, but you are kind of going with the flow when it comes to this new flirtation, perhaps. Or a new spark in your love life. You're kind of, I feel like your energy, your focus is so much on everything I've already just described, that is why things like with this Hangman and the Temperance energy, it's kind of going very slowly, or yeah, let me see. Anything else for the Page of Wands, please? Page of Wands and the Temperance card. Can I get another one, please? For Leo, Page of Wands and Temperance. Oh, or two, that's fine. Let's see what we've got. Oh, wasn't expecting that. So interesting, we've got the Eight of Cups and the Five of Cups. Now, this is a very different story to what I was talking about. This is talking about basically something that you may have walked away from in the past because it was emotionally unfulfilling, or it was disappointing. Essentially, there was sadness. Someone may regret walking away from you here as well. They may want to kind of, I mean, the Temperance card can also be a card of reconciliation. And this could have been someone in terms of love that walked away from you in the past. And they do regret it if that is the case. Or this is just a situation that you feel, you know, was didn't work out, was essentially you were left disappointed. Now, if that is the case, the Page of Wands would be this kind of message, possibly it's slightly unexpected, or, you know, coming in, someone trying to start the conversation back up with you in a quite light-hearted, playful manner. But that's what I'm talking about. It may be someone that you felt could have been your person with this Two of Cups. But if they are the one making you this offer now, trying to come back in and communicate again, this is why you're essentially in a very, you're maybe needing time with the Hangman, the Temperance, the High Priestess. You're needing time to think about their offer. Certainly if this is the same person who walked away in the past. This could have, I'm kind of getting the sense that it could have been this King of Cups, potentially some of you, who's now trying to maybe contact you, that something like that happened. And it did feel like there was this, you know, things fell apart, but it essentially, as I said, it was for your greater good, maybe for you to actually have some sort of positive realignment of where you were, what path you were on, and now this person's coming back in. But let's go into your spread before I say much else. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck right now, we've got the Seven of Cups. So that is talking about options and needing to make a choice. It is also a sense of emotional confusion though, and wondering if you're seeing things clearly, or if what you're being presented with is illusion. So no wonder you really wanting to listen to your intuition right now, and also take your time in making a decision on, or even thinking about whether to reply to them. So, ooh, Leo, that was quite a deep starting messages. So I'm going to go into your spread now. Just give this a quick shuffle. Okay. So in the spread itself, I'm going to be asking 12 questions about you and the person you have on your mind whilst watching this video. Oh, and of course, if this is resonating for you, then, or you just enjoy it, please leave me a comment and let me know. I love to hear from you. And please do hit like. I'm going to do a bonus love reading for whichever sign gets the most likes this month, or this set of videos. So don't forget to hit like for me. And if you like my style, then please do subscribe. It's really wonderful to see the channel growing. So yeah. Okay. I'm going to get the top 12 cards for Leo, please, for the spread, for Leo in love. Top 12 for my Leos, please. Okay. Ooh, yep. Okay. There's that Page of Wands again, interesting. Oh, okay, lovely. Oh, we've got the Page, the Knight and the King of Wands. We've got 3 knights on the spread. Oh, okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician card here. So this is a card of, making things happen, manifesting your dreams into reality effectively. I feel like this is this sense of feeling confident, like you have the ability to make something happen as well. I was just saying about, really going for what you have always wanted to maybe work on, or something you've wanted to create in your life. This is a very creationary kind of energy with the Magician, so that's interesting. Oh, interesting. Behind that, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, so Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We briefly saw the King of Pentacles jump out, so again, some of you could be dealing with an Earth sign or have that Earth in your chart, but the Queen of Pentacles is essentially, otherwise, it's kind of like the Nine of Pentacles evolves into the Queen of Pentacles for me. So this is someone who is successful with her money, her or his or her, doesn't matter, her career, her home. She has got it all going on. She's, I was going to say, she really likes, the finer things in life, can do, or has always dresses beautifully, has a beautiful home, this kind of thing. But it's someone very secure and stable as well. So in terms of a combination, again, I really feel like someone is making, I feel like this is you, Leo, even though I know it's the Earth energy, really making it happen in terms of maybe even just elevating your life and your security, your stability to a higher level, just feeling more, feeling secure and comfortable. Oh, wow, lovely. Love this. So behind that, we have the Fool, which is taking a leap of faith towards something. It's taking a risk to start something new. So, I mean, we had those 2 aces already at the beginning. So as I said, you could be taking a leap towards, I know this is a love reading, but I feel like taking a leap towards, I was going to say like a new career or a new job and that kind of thing. But otherwise, getting back to focus on the fact that this is a love reading, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is like a commitment kind of energy as well. So it is, the Queen of Pentacles is like the marriage material queen of the deck, I always think, or, someone who you definitely would commit to. So this could be someone also, Leo, trying to manifest or make a commitment happen with you. And you know, this would involve taking a risk and taking a leap of faith towards that. So what else? At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Temperance card again, so more Sagittarius energy. But this is very positive. I mean, essentially, this Temperance card for me is about balancing your life, yourself, your emotions as well. All of that being in balance. And then, but it's also, the Temperance card is about alchemy. She's actually kind of, in a way, it has that magician element about her, because it's, in a way, she's manipulating the water between these cups, not manipulating in a bad way, but you know, just making something happen is in itself kind of a manipulation of your surroundings, but it doesn't have to be bad. So what I mean is that it's kind of, I really feel like this strong sense of ability to make something happen here, and you've really got control over your feelings, but in a positive way. You're in tune with them, and you're able to not like let them override you, if that makes sense. So wow, more major arcana. Next to that we have the Hermit, so more Virgo energy as well. But yeah, this is in terms of a combination, the Temperance and the Hermit for me is telling me that you may have been spending some time alone, or someone has been spending some time alone here, Leo. Maybe finding that balance within themselves, doing some soul searching. It's definitely kind of going into isolation and cutting themselves off maybe for a while, just from getting involved in drama, social events, that kind of thing, and taking the time to actually feel more balanced, and maybe even recovering from other things in the past before starting off on something new. So now this could be the person you're dealing with as well. Wow, so much major arcana. It's just like, okay, the fifth one already. So we've got the Devil, so it's Capricorn energy, a lot of earth here again, Virgo and Capricorn. But I would say that this is why someone has needed to have that recovery, to take the time to rebalance. So I don't feel like this Devil is actually necessarily as strong in this person, whoever this is for, their energy anymore. I feel like this is why they needed to take the time out, because the Devil here was feeling some sort of oppression, something which was essentially toxic. That could have been a previous relationship, it could have been a whole load of things, could have been some sort of vice or temptation, or something unhealthy, let's just put it that way. But this for me is taking the time to find answers inside as to maybe why these toxic things, or low vibration energies, or you know, kind of fear, anger were apparent in somebody's life, and someone was dealing with it. I mean, this is very positive. Essentially, this was you know, the result is the recovery, and of this recovery and soul searching, the result is now feeling strong enough and confident to make something happen and leap towards something new. So let me get the next layer now. Might be a sec. Just going to give these a good shuffle. So let me clarify for my lovely Leos, please. The top 12 cards. Can we clarify the same spread? For my Leos in love. Let me clarify the top 12 cards, please. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. There's that Tower again. Oh, there's that King of Cups. Interesting. Hermit again. King of Wands again. Okay. Lots of major arcana here as well. Okay, so at the bottom of this deck we have the Ace of Swords. So this is it's some sort of truth, some sort of realization as well, that kind of epiphany moment. I do feel like someone has maybe had some sort of breakthrough about you, Leo. There's something they've realized. Now, this can also be like the finding the answer to an ongoing problem, some sort of issue. So now it could be that this was, again, that kind of devil of something that was keeping someone stuck, and all tied in knots, essentially, like inside themselves. It's finding the truth to cut through all of that and free somebody. I'm also getting this is like a very freeing truth, but it could be as at the same time a little bit of a shock. So let's see what's going on. Oh, there's that Seven of Cups, as we saw earlier. So again, this is I want to say cutting through the illusion though as well, finding the answer, which you know, through all the any sense of illusion or confusion, and yeah, finding the answer. But it could also be finding out something that now you need to make a choice. It's like, if that makes sense, it might prompt you that you might need to make some sort of decision, and you're still wondering what the truth is. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Now we've got the Page of Pentacles. So again, it's that offer. It's someone reaching out with communication, with it, some sort of, could be a gift. I mean, it's a message, definitely, but it's a message that is offering something at the same time. It could be that's kind of like warming up a situation that may have gone cold as well. But because of this offer, that there could be confusion, because of someone maybe even speaking some sort of truth or telling you some sort of truth, you know, coming through with some sort of honest communication as to why there was the problem in the first place, maybe something that you didn't know, maybe you were wondering like what the hell happened. I feel like there's some sort of truth being spoken here, but as a result you might be confused and need to make a decision. So what else? Oh my gosh, the Judgment card, we've already got that on the spread as well. So yeah, this is going to involve a big decision if I didn't just say that a couple of seconds ago. It is also kind of a breakthrough moment. It is the, you know, light dawning through the clouds, and having that kind of wake-up call almost. It can also be something coming back to life and being resurrected, but it is definitely, it's like a judgment call that you might have to make about something. So, oh, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is like one of the first cards that came out. I think this is essentially, it may be that this person, as I was actually thinking when I saw that Page of Pentacles, I was like, that's that pentacle that we saw right at the start that someone is offering you, and as a result you're going to have to maybe listen to your intuition about what decision to make about it, and here it is again. So yeah, that's what you're going to need to make a decision about, but it's also going to maybe be someone wanting to come back, explain themselves, and you know, they're coming back in a big way. Now we've got the Justice card as well, card of Libra. But essentially this is, I feel like there may have been, you may have felt like some sort of injustice with them in the past, maybe if they did emotionally detach from you, let's just say, and or, you know, something didn't feel fair about how things went with this person. I feel like they may come forwards again, as I was just saying about, like, and speak some sort of truth as to what the problem had been, and again now we've got this Justice card with the sword pointing up as well, which speaks to actual communication happening. So essentially is someone coming back here wanting to make things right, wanting to make you some sort of offer as well, and because of all of that you're going to have to make a decision about it. Now I have to say I'm not really seeing like an X energy, like a big breakup. I feel like this is more for those of you that there was something that maybe had been showing signs of going somewhere, and then it maybe fizzled out. It's kind of, I have to say, just for the start. But let's see what comes out in the spread. So how you feel about them? We have the Judgment card again and the Ace of Cups. So very clearly, Leo, you feel like this is coming back. There's basically you're being given a new opportunity with this person. Now the Ace of Cups speaks about a new beginning in love, but it can also essentially be a renewal of a connection. This Judgment card for me, you can literally see there are people coming back from the dead here, and this situation being resurrected. So as I don't want to repeat myself too much, so basically You feel like this situation is being given another chance. You may feel like you want to give this person another chance. For some of you as well, it could be you making someone else that Ace of Pentacles offer, and they're needing to, they are actually leaving you on pause and needing to decide. I could be seeing that as well, actually, and now I'm just looking at the spread, but let's see. So effectively, this is an opportunity for another new start with this person, is how you feel about them. Now, how they feel about you, well, they feel a little bit like they want to communicate with you. They may have things they want to get off their chest, but I have to say with the Knight of Swords, this can be a little bit of a blunt energy, actually. So yeah, for some of you, it could actually be you wanting to offer this person this new beginning. Maybe you are the one who has taken this time to recover from something toxic, and now you feel the confidence to go and leap towards something. But because here I'm seeing that this is someone feeling like they almost want to rush in and say something, but it's that energy of trying not to say something that they don't mean, and just because it's like a careless communication or reacting too fast. It's kind of like someone with the Seven of Pentacles, they feel like they are reflecting and deciding whether to this is something they want to continue investing in, or if they want to basically just call it a day, accept the situation, just be burnt to the ground and start afresh, potentially somewhere else or with you. But how this person is feeling, like they are trying to decide whether to continue investing in this situation with you. Maybe if you're wanting a new start in love with them, then they're feeling like they still need to think about this. But yeah, that with this Knight of Swords, they may feel like they want to communicate with you, but and they want to get things off their chest, but I feel a sense of they may feel slightly imbalanced about what to say to you right now. Now, how they see you, yeah, the Nine of Swords and the Tower. So this is kind of what I'm getting now a little bit more, is that you may be making this person the offer. Obviously, just reverse it if not. But they're seeing you as, they have a lot of, they could be seeing you as really being, I was going to say they might see you as being worried, anxious, or even someone who might suffer from anxiety or overthinking. Now, that could be one thing. Obviously, it might be more that when they think of you, they are really up in their head as well. They're kind of seeing you, and even the thinking about this situation with you makes them feel at some sort of element of anxiety or worry, or they're seeing that, because the thing is they're focused on something that has gone horribly wrong with this Tower. Maybe some moment, some fallout between the two of you, something that kind of shattered the connection. And that's why I'm kind of saying that when they think of you, they feel anxious. I'm not in a horrible way. It's more like they're still associating you with the fact that things have fallen apart, and as a result, that makes them they may replay over in their head what has gone wrong, if that makes sense. Now, it could also be that how they're seeing you, as I said, is suddenly they've had some sort of shake up in how they perceive you. As I think I said at the beginning, like what they were thinking before, maybe that has changed their mind, and as a result, now that makes them they're worried, because they may feel like they didn't see you clearly before. But let's see what happened in the past even. So we've got this Page of Wands and the King of Cups, who were both there at the beginning of the first general messages. Excuse me. So King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy again. But they're on very, very different energetic levels here, is what I'm going to say. So what happened in the past? We have someone who was very flirtatious, very, certainly attracted to the other person, and wanting to have some fun, wanting to keep things lighthearted, playful energy, playful, flirty energy. And then you have someone else who was deeply in love, basically, or their feelings ran very, very deep. Now, I do feel like I don't know who was who, so you assign the roles here, Leo, because it could be interchangeable, but it feels like someone fell in love and got suddenly, wanted to be more serious. They wanted to be more emotional with the other, and the other person wanted to keep things more in a light, not get too heavy, keep things light, keep things flirty and playful, just have some fun, basically. The page is also, it could have been a little bit of an age difference here, doesn't have to be, but sometimes this can suggest that maybe someone was a little bit younger than the other person, but doesn't have to be. It could just be that someone was more focused on having fun and the other person really had deep feelings and wanted that level of depth of emotion reciprocated. Now, the current energy, we have the King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. So this current energy is, the King of Wands is certainly, it's fire. It could be you here, Leo. It can also be Aries and Sagittarius, but it is essentially going after what you want. It is, being that confidence to be very direct. It's kind of like having something in your in the crosshairs that you're targeting and going for it, feeling like you can make something happen and that you have the power. It's feeling very confident and good about yourself, that you can make what you want happen, essentially. So with that Six of Pentacles, this could be I feel like this is more you here, Leo, feeling like you can make this happen with this person, and and there can be an equal give and take. Now, it could also be that you can actually make it happen with this person by now investing equally the same amount as them, or maybe being generous or to them, or something like that. Let me get a little bit more there with the third layer, and then I'll say some more. Now, what your person is wishing would happen in the connection, Leo. So we have the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles we had at the beginning. So it's interesting because I'm going to say a couple of things. So first of all, they may want first to get their balance back, to have their own independence and stability sorted. That could certainly be one element. But the other thing that popped into my head was, it's kind of like I'm getting the sense of kind of trying to have both you and also their single independence. It's not, the phrase having their cake and eating it too popped into my head. That's not going to be for everyone. But if you're dealing with someone, you're going to know. If you're dealing with someone who is a little bit wishy-washy, it's like they do want you, but they also want to basically remain being single at the same time, then you're going to know that this is that is for you. If that is not your person, then I would say that they what they're focused on more is themselves and getting their balance back, or finding their balance and their stability before they're able to proceed with you. So let's see. But the other thing I have to say about that current energy is the Six of Pentacles can talk about breadcrumbing. So there could be an element here of just someone giving a lot and someone only giving a little bit back in return. So let's see. Now, what is the block or the challenge between the two of you? We've got the Death card of Scorpio, and the Three of Wands. So I mean, in terms of a challenge, I would say that there needs to be some sort of change, transformation. Now, with the Three of Wands, in a traditional way, the Three of Wands can talk about waiting, or waiting for your ships to come in. But this Three of Wands is actually talking about taking every step necessary to go after the future that you want. It's not so much waiting, it's knowing what you want that future to look like and taking the steps towards it. Now, what I was getting at the beginning is someone is really actually doing that, like passionately putting the work into maybe some sort of project or passion to create that new life or the new beginning for their life that they want to see, is kind of what I was saying. Now, in terms of the challenge here, though, it may be that some sort of change is required, maybe from the other person, and maybe it's because of I'm almost getting like your attitude, Leo, is to make some great change in your life, to have that new beginning, to take every step necessary. I feel like your other person is far more hesitant in doing so, or unwilling to change. Maybe they're still stuck in their old way of doing things as well. Whereas I feel like you've had a bit of a transformational shake-up, and as a result you're now ready for a fresh start. But I don't really feel like this person has necessarily gone through the same transformation. It's kind of what the message I'm getting. So you could feel like you're still on slightly different energetic levels. Now, what are the intentions of this person towards you, Leo? I mean, beautiful combination, the Star and the Chariot. This is Aquarius and Cancer energy. The Star is healing. It is also, I would say, this one is, I mean, for me, I was going to say self-care and doing the healing that your person might need to do as well, and kind of looking after themselves to then be able to move forward and have victory with you, and for there to be victory in the connection, to overcome obstacles that may have been in the way of you two. So their intention is to, maybe they need to do some healing on themselves. Again, that would speak to this more about the Two of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles in what they want to happen. They may need to get balance within themselves first. I was also getting that they may feel unbalanced right now and about this situation, and that's why they don't really know what to say to you, or they're trying to hold back from saying something they don't mean. But their intention, if that, with that all making sense, is to basically do some healing, some work on themselves, but actually again, that recovery from maybe the whatever fell apart between the two of you. Their intention is to also go through maybe some processing themselves, so that you guys can then move forward. Could also be to actually move on in a different direction, but we'll get another layer and we'll see. I'm not getting that so much, but there is this element of they want to focus on their independence right now, and they are having some sort of anxiety when they think about what happened between the two of you. So it could be to also move on, but we'll see. Now, what you need to know about this person's current situation, it's an interesting combination because we've got the Knight of Wands and the Hermit. I mean, a Hermit, Virgo again, as we already saw. The Knight of Wands is this fiery, passionate player energy kind of thing, really led by their desires and that kind of thing. But the Hermit is not. It's taking time out and going into isolation, as I already described, to do some soul searching. Now, the only thing I am noticing, which it's probably because this combination has never come up for me before, but the Knight holding this wand, and you see how in this particular Hermit card he's holding this wand staff that he's using to go into the forest and take some time to think about himself. I've never said this before, but I almost get the message that your person's current situation may be taking time to think about how they've behaved in relationships before. If you're dealing with someone who is maybe hesitant or shies away from commitment, or is all about the passion or all about the physical, and that has maybe got them into trouble in the past, that they are certainly taking some time out, some time alone to think about their attitudes and their behavior. Maybe it's almost like that player, if this resonates for you, then it's almost like their player ways have possibly got them into trouble, and now they're taking some time out alone, cutting themselves off from the world slightly to really think about that. Now, the action they're going to take towards you next is very interesting, because you see how we actually have a leveling up from their current situation as this Knight, and doing some thinking about themselves. And then the action they're going to take towards you next, it's like they come out of hermit mode and they've evolved into a king. So we've got the King of Wands again, Aries, Leo, Sag. You could be dealing with maybe a Sagittarius, from seeing the Temperance card a couple of times. It doesn't have to be. But Leo, we've also got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is Earth again. But I like this because essentially you see how they don't just, when they come out of this hermit mode, they don't just level up from the Knight to the King, but they also come with a much more stable mentality. They're not rushing forward with something inconsistent. That could also be, I mean, if you're not dealing with someone who's a player, they may just feel like right now, if they were to make a decision, it would be based purely off of their passion and desire for you, and they're not, that makes them feel unbalanced, like it's almost like that wouldn't be the wisest. They might feel like if they did make a decision of whether to continue investing based on their passion for you, that that might go awry afterwards. So I'm getting the sense that the action they're going to take towards you next is to take this time out they're currently taking, but then to re-emerge, to take action and go after what they want, but also to have a more stable mentality. And it might take a little while though, because remember the Knight of Pentacles moves extremely slowly. So, but I feel like that is why you need to know that right now they're actually doing a lot of thinking alone. That could also be why what they want to happen is for them to stabilize themselves alone first. So again, this King of Wands, I'm just going to say that there is this like Phoenix element to the design of this King of Wands, so which it's talking about a rebirth from I feel like they are needing to really address themselves first, or even just go through an ending possibly that's happened with some of you, and then to be able to come out and feeling stronger. Now, your advice, it's an interesting one, because we've got the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Wands. I almost feel like the advice here is, well, the Seven of Swords talks about essentially it's getting someone trying to get what they want, but in a rather sneaky, underhanded way, or can be also running away. It can be also kind of self-sabotage. And I am also getting the sense of impulsiveness with not thinking things through. That's a very weird message. I was actually also thinking on the traditional Rider-Waite a deck, the Seven of Swords, the guy is basically, he's found the camp. See, there's like this tent in the background. He's found the camp of his enemies, and he sneaks in and tries to take all of their swords and run off with them, thinking that's a genius plan. So, but it's kind of, it is sneaky and impulsive to try and get some sort of win, is another way of looking at the Seven of Swords. So I don't feel like you're being sneaky at all, Leo. I would say more that there might be an element with this Eight of Wands. This is fast-moving communication here and passionate and messages, but it's almost like rushing things and trying to get what you want in a very like, it's a weird message. I feel like you might be almost, how can I put this? Like shooting yourself in the foot. Please don't shoot the messenger. It's just what's coming into my head. But shooting yourself in the foot by trying to get what you want immediately with this person. Like, I feel like you want this new beginning, and with this judgment, it's a very decisive, like, I want this now kind of energy. Your person is clearly in a far more unbalanced energy. It's like you want to pursue this, rush after this. In terms of advice, I would definitely say there might be a need for caution, and also it's, if you were just to get what you want immediately, it might be short-lived. It's a very strange message, but it's just what came into my head, so I have to tell you. So what's going to be happening between you and your person in the next few weeks, the next month from when you see this video? We've got the Six of Swords and the Emperor, so Aries energy. Now, the Six of Swords is moving forward into calmer waters, which is very good. You're moving out of some sort of mental conflict or issue with communication as well. Now, the only thing I will say with the Six of Swords, this is someone who is moving away on their own. There are other Six of Swords cards that I have where there's two people in the deck, two people in the card, sorry, in the boat on the card, sorry. So it could be someone deciding to move on from the situation. We'll see with the third layer. The other thing with the Emperor is someone who can be a little bit stubborn. It certainly can be someone taking charge, leveling up. I mean, in terms of a level up from, we started with the Page of Wands in the past, your person's current situation is the Knight of Wands. We've got the King of Wands in action they're going to take towards you next, and what's going to happen in the future is the Emperor. That is the journey of the masculine fire energy. So for some of you, it could be someone leveling up, and as a result, the two of you are actually able to move forward into clearer waters. But in that case, I would say that your person basically needs to take charge, and they need to feel strong enough, and they also need to feel like not like a leader, but they don't want to feel like they're being coerced or rushed into it. If that is the case, they need to feel the strength to actually, that it's kind of like their idea, and that they can take charge. It's almost like they may need to feel like the ball is in their court. And if that is the case, there may be the possibility for you guys to move forward. Otherwise, the other thing I'm going to say is that I am also seeing maybe someone moving forward alone, you Leo, I would say, because there is still this element of stubbornness, or someone wanting things just their way or the highway, and as a result kind of moving on alone. So because there's a lack of flexibility or kind of compromise. So let me get your third layer, Leo, and we'll go through everything one more time. And if this is resonating, please do remember to leave me a comment and let me know, or if you enjoy it as well. Always love to hear that. So, and if this isn't resonating at all, you can always check out your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus are normally best. You might want to see them anyway, just to see if there's any more information for you in those. But anyway, let's get the top 12 cards, please, for Leo one more time. Let me clarify for Leo, please. Okay. Oh yeah, wow. Yeah. Interesting. Yep. Okay. Okay, this is very interesting. So, wow, Leo, at the bottom of this deck, we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Now, this 10 of Pentacles is literally, well, you can see, it's literally depicting a wedding. But otherwise, the 10 of Pentacles talks about long-term commitment. Now, this could be, for some of you, this may have been someone you were in a full-blown commitment with, which things came to an end. But otherwise, it's definitely someone that you want all of that with, or you were thinking that you could, but potentially it was going to lead to all of that. As I said way ages ago at the beginning of the reading, with that Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, it's kind of wanting the full-blown 10 of Pentacles with somebody, or someone wanting that with you. So, oh my God, the 10 of Cups behind that as well. Holy moly. So the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, good grief. This is feeling like someone is your everything, like your full-blown happiness, your everything you could wish for, your family, the one you want to be with the rest of your life, basically. What a combination. But behind that we have the Devil. So this is Capricorn, again, energy, but essentially it is that their element of toxicity, even codependence in the connection. There may have been some unhealthy element to the relationship. I mean, these things don't, necessarily show up at the beginning of the relationship, but they can kind of develop over time. There may have been fiery arguments. It may have been someone, I feel like someone has fears that getting involved in this connection again, it might go in the same direction of you guys fighting, or it's kind of, you see how there's two, it's so sad actually, because you see the two people here, obviously married, in love, celebrating. Two people here, the 10 of Cups, very much in love, sweet, spending time at home, and there's happiness and joy. But then look at this, the two people here bowing their heads. They're basically at the mercy, and they can't help but kind of get trapped into the toxic element of the devil. I feel like someone may be worried, I feel like it's your person here, Leo, that if they were to get back into a situation with you, I feel like you want this new start with them, you feel like you can make it happen, but essentially they are worried that, it would feel like this at first, but then it wouldn't be very long before you were back in the same toxic cycles, or the same issues would come up that were there before. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. So yeah, this is someone feeling very, it can talk about someone standing up and fighting for what they believe in, but on the other side, it's someone feeling quite defensive and like they want to stand their ground, and they really may be pushing, you may feel like they're pushing you away. The Three of Pentacles here is talking about coming forward to the other person and being like, I want to work on this, I will put the work in, the effort. So whether that is what you're saying to this person, Leo, or vice versa. Okay, and finally the Fool. So we saw the Fool with the first deck, but it's quite different because I felt like that was more you feeling like you have, you can make this happen. Maybe you can be the committed partner to this person. You're going to put the work into the relationship. You want to take a risk and a leap towards them. But here, this is someone, this is almost, for me, the Fool is the person on the Ten of Cups or the Ten of Pentacles who's leaving all of that behind her, because she's also, it's the way the dog is looking up at her, obviously symbolizing, what she was loyal to for so long, and her gown is the kind of the one, in these pictures, you see the similarity of the woman here on the Ten of Cups with that dress and this dog, and then here she's walking away on her own, the dog like watching her like, where are you going? And the dress is all tattered from trying to make something work and essentially deciding to walk away from it. So I feel like one person wants to continue putting work into this, and the other person is more set on walking away from this and standing their ground. And yeah, so how you feel about your person, Leo, is clarified by the Knight of Cups. So yes, you love this person very much. It's almost like you feel like your feelings for them are unstoppable, like you can't hold back. This woman on the Knight of Cups is riding this dragon. You see the speed at which it's like rushing through the water. It can't be stopped from delivering the Ace of Cups that is here. It's like you're so set. It's like this is your person. You want to go for it. You want to rush forward, like rush over to their house in the middle of the night if you live separately, and throw stones up at their window and hold a boombox above your head and play some 80s love song or something. You know what I mean? I just got that in my head, like, and just in the rain and declare your undying love for them. Basically, this is how you're feeling about them. It's like, it's so, I'm not like taking the mick at all, because it's just, I get it, because I've had those feelings where you're like, oh, I just want them so much, I love them so much, I need to go and tell them. How they're feeling about you is clarified by the Two of Swords. So yeah, they feel like they need to make a decision, as I said, of whether to continue investing in this or not. But right now they feel blocked. They feel quite, I would say, defensive, like they're not ready to make the decision yet, because they feel like if they do, they may make one in haste that they then regret. They feel like they haven't got all the answers right now to make some sort of decision either. Now, how they're seeing you is clarified by your card, Leo, the Strength card. So they see you as, I would say, very strong. Obviously, that's a bit of a cliche, but also strong in terms of whatever has fallen apart, that you are able to you've been able to be very strong throughout, and maybe even come out as some sort of like warrior, after this thing has crumbled between the two of you. But it's almost like they are seeing you as the stronger one, and they're not feeling as strong, if you see what I mean. They see that you are very like resilient and powerful, but they're still focused on everything that fell apart, and that they don't feel as strong, basically. Now, what happened in the past is clarified by the Hierophant. In this deck it's called the Priest, but it's the Hierophant essentially. But this is a card of Taurus. But this is talking about, sorry, my nose is itching like crazy. So it's funny, if I was saying about someone wanting to rush over to somebody else's window, that normally in my readings makes me feel like someone is going to have an unexpected visitor. So, or you're going to go and unexpectedly visit someone else, Leo. But anyway, so in the past, in this Hierophant card, there may have been differences in beliefs about and traditions, I'm just going to say, especially as I was seeing this kind of like contrast in the levels of energy between the Page of Wands and the King of Cups. Now, the Hierophant can also talk about, high levels of commitment and traditional establishments like the church and marriage and that kind of thing. But I do feel like there was maybe conversations about, some of you could just be talking about the fact that you were in a commitment and there's that clarification, but for others it's more that there was I wouldn't say a difference in beliefs or traditions about something, probably commitment. Now in the current energy, it's interesting because it's clarified by the King of Cups, which we already saw just then in what happened in the past. Now I mean, you could be a feminine and be resonating as the King of Wands or the King of Cups, because gender is irrelevant in tarot, but it can also speak about the fact that someone might be, I don't really see a choice element. I was going to say needing to make a choice between two, like these kings representing different people. Possibly. I mean, your person does feel like they need to make some sort of decision, which it could be that, maybe since you guys, things have broken apart, maybe they now have someone else in their energy that they need to make a decision about, because they obviously, because they thought things were over with you, and there could be an element of breadcrumbing as a result. Doesn't have to be at all. But it is otherwise, I would say that there is a lot of love here still, and a lot of passion. Let me get another card actually for this current energy, Leo. I'm trying to make these readings not a million years long, but I don't want to miss anything. So can you tell me, what are these kings about in the current energy and the Six of Pentacles, please? Give me some more clarification for the current energy for Leo and their person, please. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, great. The Six of Pentacles, clarifying the Six of Pentacles. Thank you. Ooh, the Devil again. Oh, okay. Anything else, please? Thank you. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So what else came out? We've got the Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Devil. In terms of the current energy, I feel like someone is holding back from giving as much to the situation as the other person. They're just giving a little bit because of obviously what happened in the past. The disappointment. Someone feels more. I feel like I'm picking up on your person here, Leo. They feel more defeated regarding the situation. They feel like things, there might still be some toxicity, as I already said, that may still come about. If it may involve someone else that may have been involved, or someone was still giving energy and attention to. Now that could be represented by this King of Cups here, or doesn't have to be. But I'm just getting with the Six of Pentacles again. It's like, but if it's not anything about someone else also getting in the way in the connection, I do feel like one person very much wants to this to work, for things to be reciprocated, for you guys to be on the same, see eye to eye, basically. And they want to make things happen. They have a lot of love for the other person. They want to express that, and they're very confident, but the other person is still very focused on what has gone wrong. And as a result, they are feeling defeated. it's like you want to move things forward, Leo, and your person is still very much stuck, feeling like it's not going to work, essentially. Now, what is it that your person, was wishing will happen in the connection? It's clarified by the Queen of Swords. Now, if you look at this Queen of Swords, this is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but it doesn't have to represent that. It's essentially, see how she has snapped her sword in half. Now, this is someone who's effectively done. She's looking back kind of reproachfully. She's very disappointed. She's been let down. And the idea, that she had, even her communication that she had for someone else, she's not doing it right now. So what your person wishes would happen in the connection is basically, I'm going to be straight with you, they kind of want to be left alone and to focus on themselves and their independence. I don't really get the sense that they want to be half in, half out of this. It's more like they have a lot going on in their life that they need to balance out right now. What they want is right now is to kind of leave this behind them for the time being, get themselves balanced and focus on their independence, because they are very hurt about whatever has happened between you. Don't shoot the messenger, it's just what's there. The block or the challenge is clarified by the Emperor, interestingly, the Aries energy again. Now this Emperor is very different to the Emperor that we have what's happening in the near future, which is good, because this Emperor is someone who is not really ready to take their throne, to actually take charge. That's why he's sitting on the floor. He doesn't really feel worthy of his throne. So essentially the block here is that someone needs to go through some sort of change, some sort of transformation, and to then actually feel strong enough to actually feel worthy of stepping into the role of some sort of, being in charge, being a leader. They may still be going through some sort of transformation right now, or they need time to do so. But effectively your person is not ready, Leo. And that is what is stopping them from going after this. It's, as I said, when I looked at the first two cards, I think it's you you're ready and reared up to take every step necessary, and your person still needs to go through some sort of transformation to be at that same level. And there it is. That is the Emperor who is not at the same level, not ready to take charge. Now, what are the intentions of this person? I don't see them actually, their intention being to healing to move on. Interestingly, they want to bring healing so that you guys can move forward. And then their intention is to kind of come forward and when they're ready to ask, or even to ask others for advice on how they can make things work. This is someone coming forward humbly. It is the Seven of Cups, which can talk about, not having necessarily the answers, needing to make some sort of choice in a traditional sense. But here, this is someone coming forward and saying, I don't know everything, I'm willing to learn. So this is the intentions of this person. It's definitely healing themselves, wanting to move things forward with you, wanting there to be progression and success in the connection, and to then acknowledge they don't know everything, which is clearly the block at the moment as well. Now, it could be not necessarily coming towards you, it could be their intention to get advice or help from others. So maybe someone needs to do that. So their current situation is clarified by the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. I mean, it's a tricky one, and this can talk about needing to make some sort of choice. It can talk about still feeling a lot of love and passion, as I said, but they are still, in terms of current situation, they're still very much in love. They still have a lot of feelings. The feelings are still there. Maybe that's what you need to know. But their situation is kind of closing themselves off and maybe thinking about all of that. Maybe thinking about, as I said, how things have happened between them in love, in their relationships in the past. The action they're going to take towards you next is clarified by the Five of Cups. So this is interesting because the Five of Cups is, again, it's still kind of focused on what has gone wrong and reflecting on that, maybe as a result reflecting so they can take action to avoid that happening again in the future, because this is definitely a very positive Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands combination. this may just be saying why it's going to be taking them so long to actually come forward with that offer of stability, because they're going to be also doing a lot of thinking about what has gone wrong as well. But I have to say, because of that kind of negativity, if you like, or focusing on like pessimism, that can also be, just so you know, that they're going to be having that. They might even come forward with an offer, take action with you, but they're still going to be bringing up what has gone wrong in the past. It's kind of message I'm getting as well. Like, my nose is going crazy, guys, I'm sorry. It's kind of like they will eventually come back towards you with some sort of offer, take action, but it's still going to be like, oh yeah, but do you remember when you did this, or do you remember when this happened? Which, yeah, it's I'm not seeing at the same time like a very a fresh start. So now your advice is clarified by the Queen of Wands. So that's, again, can be you, Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it does actually make sense with what I was saying before, because this Queen of Wands is very confident, she's very self-assured, and she goes after what she wants. But the Queen of Wands can also kind of have that element of, how can I put this, like leaving a trail in her path of fiery destruction, because she kind of speaks and acts without hesitation. Sometimes there can be a need to kind of temper those flames. This is all very quick, passionate energy. That's the whole thing with the Seven of Swords, is that they can they do something, they act in a way that, and then if things go wrong, or things don't go, they haven't thought it all the way through, then they run away. So in terms of advice, I would definitely say that you may need to definitely temper this desire to rush forward. Like, what is that phrase? Fools rush in where angels dare to tread, I think is the phrase. So I would definitely say, in terms of advice, to maybe you need to have a bit more of that temperance, kind of going with the flow, taking things a little bit slowly here, because otherwise you can end up trying to rush for your desires so much that it almost might make this person go even further into hermit mode, is kind of what I'm getting. Now, what's going to be happening between the two of you in the near future, so next few weeks and month, it's clarified by that Ace of Swords again, which we already saw at the bottom of the second deck. So there is some sort of truth, some sort of realization, but it's not necessarily, I mean, look at the sword pointing down here with the Emperor. The sword on this Ace of Swords is pointing down as well. I don't see necessarily communication. I feel like someone may be realizing some sort of truth, or there might be something coming to light as well, or some understanding I'm getting, not like a secret coming out, but like an understanding. But I am seeing like a stubbornness and moving forward, and it's kind of like a knowing some sort of truth, and maybe even knowing and being strong enough to move on, or to move on from this for the time being in a very kind of stoic manner, is kind of what I'm getting in the near future, because I don't really feel like your person is ready to necessarily, I mean, it's good, I was going to say they're not necessarily ready to move on, because the action they're going to take towards you next is to basically continue focusing on what went wrong between the two of you guys. Even though they want to come back and make you some sort of offer, it's still like with that being tainted by that at the same time. So you may have some sort of realization or clarity, Leo, in the near future, and that may enable the two of you to move forward together. It's certainly going to be leaving some sort of conflict behind and feeling stronger and having clarity. So that's all very positive, but it seems like your person that here still has some stuff they need to deal with, and maybe even you need to kind of let them be, I would say, at the moment, because it's almost like the more that you push this, the more they run away, is kind of the message that I'm getting. And this is a very, very long video. I need to stop talking and get some water. So thank you so much if you're still watching, I'm amazed, and I really appreciate all your support. Thank you for all your likes, comments, subscribes so far. Again, please do like this video if you did like it, because I'll do a bonus reading for whichever sign gets the most likes, and subscribe. And I hope you have a lovely rest of April, and I'll speak to you very soon. Thanks, Leo. Bye.